man. I remember when we were talking about Tank Bigsby this time last season, he was getting dragged by the entire fantasy industry, Twitter, Facebook. You know, my weird aunt who's into QAnon on Facebook was saying, "Who the fuck is this dumpster Tank Bigsby?" Everybody was shitting on this man. And now we fast forward to 2024, and Tank Bigsby is probably the GOAT, dude. He's probably the best running back in the NFL right now. And I know that sounds like an exaggeration or sounds hyperbolic, but some of the advanced metrics this guy has, dude, I couldn't believe it when I saw it, man. In this video, we're going to be looking at Tank Bigsby's stats, his rest of the season outlook, whether we should be trading for him. Hint, yes, or pick him up if he's on the waiver wire. I'm Ron from Fantasy Flow Boys. We're going to get into this video real quick. And as I mentioned, man, Tank Bigsby. So we see that even early on, dude, in week one, the dude goes 12 for 73, 6.8 yards per carry, gets no targets, no receptions, probably doesn't even sniff the field when he doesn't get those 12 rushing attempts. Only plays 32% of the snaps, but looked great, right? Travis Etienne is still the bona fide number one at this point. Week two, scratch, doesn't even enter the game. I think he was dealing with an injury. I can't remember what was happening. Somebody let me know in the comments. And then week three, he's pretty much a jar of farts, does nothing, only 2 for 9, only gets 2 attempts, right? 9 yards, 4.5. That's against Buffalo, so maybe that's why it was just very negative game script the entire time. Week four, 7 for 90, dude. I mean, 7 attempts, busts off a bunch of big runs for 90 yards, 12.86 yards per carry. The fucking drum beat was rolling at that point. Everyone was like starting to hype him up, dude. Every single waiver wire video was saying, dude, you guys got to pick up Tank Bigsby. He's going to be the guy, man. He's going to take over this backfield slowly. So the drum beat, you know, where there's smoke, maybe there's fire. People started picking him up. And week five, bro, explosion, dude. In my pants, on the field, in every way there was an explosion. He only plays 40% of the snaps, gets 13 attempts though, 101 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also gets a reception for 28 yards, but he had this big long touchdown run where he breaks off a long, like, I think it was like a 50-yard touchdown run. So that, like, you know, that was half his production right there, essentially. But he showed his breakaway speed, dude. And this guy breaks every chart that he appears on. It's actually insane. I want to show you guys this fucking clip from Twitter, man. Hopefully it's not too loud. Hopefully it doesn't explode your guys' ears. Let me just mute it. All right, it's muted. This was his contact balance. So he gets hit by 3 dudes, bro. He pulls a dude, pulls 3 guys, and fucking scores this touchdown. Dude, we need to watch this one more time. We need to watch this one more time. Oh my God, that probably exploded your guys' ears. I'm so sorry. Let's check this out, dude. Up the gut. Boom. That's 3 tackles. Drags this man. Gets some help from the offensive line. But insane. Insane, dude. So that's just to show you his contact balance, just to show you that, like, the dude is a good running back, man. And first in rush yards over expectation per attempt, meaning, I don't know what it means. I mean, EPA is one of these things where it's like, I'm too afraid to kind of ask what it means. I've looked it up, I think, like 6 different times, and I still don't know what EPA is. But it's essentially like we have an expectation of how many points or how many rushing yards a person should get on a particular rush or on a particular play. How many yards above that are they getting? And it seems Tank Bigsby is number 1 in the NFL at that. 3rd in PFF grades, in offensive rush PFF grades. 50% success rate whenever he runs the ball, meaning he's getting positive yardage on 50% of his rushes. First in yards per carry. So he leads the NFL in yards per carry. Now you can make the argument that, you know, the volume has been low. He has been kind of the secondary guy, so maybe teams are kind of, you know, light boxes when he's in the game. I'm not really too sure about that, to be honest. And this is just a short little comparison between him and ETN. ETN in that EPA stat 18th, 55th in PFF grades. Now this is really bad. That means ETN's just not performing well as a rusher. 56.6% success rate, so he's still actually getting it done, you know, in positive yardage on most of his rushes. 27th in yards per carry. So again, you can say that's because, you know, ETN has higher volume. I'm not too sure. But check out this chart by Ian Hartitz, one of the GOATs. Tackles avoided in yards after contact per carry. So as I mentioned, dude, this guy breaks the list. So this is Tank Bigsby up here in the top right. Insane. So tackles avoided per carry. He avoids over 50%. Tackles avoided per carry. 50%? What does that mean? He's avoiding 50% of tackles. If anybody knows what that means, I mean, it's good, right? We don't need to know what it means, as long as he's separating himself from everybody else, right? Like it could be 50. I don't know what that means, bro. I'd really like to know. Anyway, yards after contact. He's also fucking 6 yards after contact, dude. I'm telling you, the guy is Adrian Peterson combined with Cam Newton, combined with, Jamal Charles, Le'Veon Bell, with like Jesus Christ himself. Tank Bigsby, dude. He is him. I don't know if they can keep him off the field, to be honest. Here is what Doug Peterson had to say about Tank Bigsby. He was asked whether Tank Bigsby will replace Travis Etienne atop the depth chart. He said, no, not at all. Travis is our guy. Tank had a good game. That's just the way games go. But according to Coach Speak Index, he has only a 35% reliability when it comes to depth chart coach speak. So he's more liable to lying about such matters. So, but I don't know, man. I think the jury is still a little bit out on Tank Bigsby and his role on the offense. I do think Etienne should be the guy. He should still be the RB1. He should still get a lot of the work, but in my opinion, it seems like they're trying to morph this backfield into Etienne being kind of like the DeAndre Swift. He's still going to get, early down rush attempts, but he's going to get a lot of receptions. And maybe they're going to use Tank Bigsby as like the big play guy, these kind of inside runs. Etienne's going to get mostly outside zone type runs. That's what I expect. I expect Tank Bigsby to get some goal line work moving forward. He just has, he's such a fucking bull on the yards after contact. So I don't know, man. Here's another chart that he just absolutely breaks. It's perfect run block rates and yards per carry. So I don't know what the fuck perfect run block rate means. Like, I don't know who's creating these charts, dude. People are just inventing metrics. But in any case, the Jaguars as a team are only getting a perfect run block for a little over 40% of the time. But despite that, he's still getting 13 yards per carry on those perfect run blocks. So insane. I mean, he's breaking this chart too. Like, but just as a little side note, perfect run block rate. Look at all the dudes over here on the far right. In my opinion, these are the good offensive lines, right? Because if they're getting a perfect block run or a perfect run block formation, I don't know what the fuck that even means. But it kind of checks out, right? Like the Eagles, great offensive line. Saquon and the Eagles are over here. Jonathan Taylor, good offensive line. J.K. Dobbins, good offensive line. The Chiefs, I guess, good offensive line, but Carson Steele was an absolute fart with the opportunity. So this has been kind of a scattered video. I hope you guys did enjoy it, though. I hope you got some value from it. I think Tank Bigsby is going to be really good moving forward. I think if you can get him in any type of package deal where he's like an add-on, I would really target him. If you have Etienne, I think you have to try to go after Tank Bigsby. You might have to overspend for him at this point, but if he's on your waiver wire, I mean, you got to steal some money from your grandma's purse, dude. Like, or, wait until her memory loss kicks in and ask her for some money, dude. And try to buy Tank Bigsby from your real life friends, like send them $20 on Venmo, see if they'll send you Tank Bigsby for free. So I'm joking, by the way, but in any case, I hope you guys did like this video. If you did like it, hit me up with a like, man. Helps support the channel. And if you are new here, if you are new to the channel and you're new to my videos, I want you to hit me with a subscribe, dude. Hit that notification bell so you do catch my future videos. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.